Hey, what's going on? Welcome, guys. All right, and we are live. All right, I see a bunch of you guys already hopping in here. Welcome to tonight's workshop. I'm super excited. We've got some special things in store for you guys tonight. I'm really pumped to be out here. I see we got Brandon Ruff from Ohio. We got Barry Wise. Hello from Fort Bennington, Georgia. I think that's right. Caleb from Georgia here. Hey, Caleb, what's going on? Brandon from California. California is a very nice place. I lived in Santa Cruz for 10 years. Adam says, hey, from Vancouver. Hey, Adam, welcome, our Canadian brother. New York here, Chris. James says, howdy, Prince Georgia. Awesome, awesome. I see you guys piling in here. We're actually going to get started in about 2 or 3 minutes here. I just wanted to come out and share a little bit about what's going to be happening tonight. We're going to go right at the top of the hour. So my name's Anton Labropoulos. I'm super stoked to be here. I'm very grateful to meet you guys and really guide you through this process because with GAZ, what I'm about to show you, I've actually been able to do $400,000 in sales, a little bit under that, almost $400,000 in sales in the past 16, 17 months or so after I started with this system. That's as long as I've been doing this. I had tried to do things prior to it, and I was really messing up. It was really, really tough because there's all these pieces missing. And then when it came to GAZ, everything got a lot easier. So I'm super pumped. I'm super grateful to be out here and to share this information with you. I'm coming live myself from San Diego, California. I'm super pumped. A lot of the things that are about to happen, the things that we're going to show you tonight, they're going to change your perspective, so be open to this stuff because I know there's a lot of stuff out there. Maybe you've seen some stuff, maybe you haven't, but everything that everything here that you're going to hear, see, and experience has been engineered to really open your mind up to a whole new possibility that you probably haven't even accessed yet, or maybe you've accessed parts of it when you were young, but now we're going to bring that inner creative child out of you again and show you what's really possible. So for tonight, I'm going to throw a big curveball. I'm going to have my good friend and business partner and best friend now, Jake Doucette. He's going to come on here in just a bit, about a minute or so, and he's actually going to present to you live this entire workshop. So I'm super pumped. He's done this one before. He did it, I want to say about 3 months ago in Canada live. So I'm super stoked that we're going to bring him out again and have him share everything. He's been just absolutely dominating. I see more of you guys are hopping in here. Go ahead. If you're just now hopping in, go ahead. Let us know where you're from. Tell us your name, where you're from. And I'm just so excited. I'm super pumped for tonight. Everything that, Jake is going to share with you guys tonight has, it's changed my life. It's changed his life. Inside of GAZ, within the first year and a half after this system was created, we created 36 six-figure earners. So I'm just really blessed to be a part of them. I got into this, and now it's just like they're happening all the time. It's insane how many people have actually made $10,000 or more with this system. We've actually been breaking records. So I'm super pumped. I'm super excited. We got maybe about 30 seconds or more. We're going to still allow some more people to hop in here. So go ahead, comment below. Let me know where you guys are from. And I'm really excited that, you're going to go through this whole journey now and experience something that you've probably never experienced before. And if you have, there are going to be some new passageways that we're going to explore and go deep into. So I'm super pumped. My name's Anton Labropoulos. We'll bring Jake out here in just a second. I see more of you guys hopping in here as we're going. This is awesome. Go ahead and let us know where you're from. I'm super pumped. Jake, before I bring him out, I just want to say you're going to really experience and feel how much this guy really cares about people. He started off as an engineer, and he actually quit his job after working with me only 7 months. He worked with me for 7 months, and he was actually able to quit his job. He had a really well-paying job. He came out here because this got him the freedom. This got him the lifestyle. They, in San Diego, they call him the modern wild man because, he explores and hikes different areas all around the world. And it's because of the online business that he has created, and he has long-term visions of, bringing nature back into, into order and a bunch of different things. And, he took this long trip that he'd been trying to have with his brother for years, but he just couldn't have the time to get off his job. And now he's, out traveling and has this massive online business and impacting hundreds and thousands of people at this point. So I'm super stoked. You're going to meet some other people at the end of this live workshop. They're going to come on and share their success stories and, you know, how well they've been able to do within just a matter of months after getting started here. So my man Jake, let's take it away, brother. I'm super pumped for him to come out here real quick. Let me pull up some things. But yeah, go ahead. Let us know, guys. I see more of you hopping in here. Let us know where you guys are from. We're going to get started in about 15 seconds or so. Rotation out here, and we're going to get started. All right, I see Kelly from Wisconsin. Awesome. Hello, Kelly. Sherry from Winnipeg. Krista. And then Temeka says hello. Hello, Temeka. I'm super pumped, guys. All right, so here is Jake, and take it away, my brother.
Hey, guys. Welcome. Good night and good to you. So, okay, cool. So Anton's just giving me a look at the controls here. It's like he just put me in the controls of the fighter jet here. So welcome. We're going to share something a little bit different than you've probably seen if you've been to a webinar before, whether you haven't. What we've really put together here is what's really been able to, like Anton said, was able to change my life over the last year. We'll get into a little bit of my story. I'll tell you some of Anton's story because his is really great and super helpful as well. We got a couple more people saying where they're from. We got a Kelowna, somebody from Kelowna here, Samantha from Kelowna. I think I might know you, Samantha. Newfoundland. We got Alex from Manitoba. Ooh, dude, ton of Alex and Krista from Newfoundland. Newfoundland. Yeah. So many Canadians here tonight, eh? Awesome. So that's the really cool thing is what we're about to show you is going to allow you to reach so many different people, find new friends, new opportunities, and what Anton has showed me and what we've really packed in this webinar is really, to me, something that just nobody else out there is teaching. And believe me, we scour the internet looking for really good teachings. We're in a lot of masterminds. So what I'm about to show you, I'm super excited for you. It is the second time I've ever shared it. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to jump into a little share screen. I'm going to pull up some slides here, and we will get to presenting. Awesome. So before I get that, I'm about to break this all down for you. Are you guys excited? Because what I'm about to teach you is something completely different. So let me know in the chat that you're excited. We got somebody from Montreal. We got Albert from Edmonton. Albert from Edmonton. Cool. It's tricking me there because that's Alberta as a province there. I'm so Canadian smart now. So if you guys are excited, let me know. I really want to know. The more you guys put into this, the more it's going to be a little interactive here. The more you really want to go through this, the more you're going to get out of it, and the more I can just pour into you, because I can tell you stories all day. I'm going to keep it to about an hour and a half here, and let's go. So just let me know when we got some people are excited so I can really pour into it, Anton. But for sure, what we're going to teach you here today is how you can replace your income with a laptop or smartphone and start living the life of your dreams right now without being a tech expert. Believe me, we're going to get deep into that one, and needing any prior online experience. We have some prior online experience, but you definitely don't need it. I'm going to show you examples of that pretty soon here. So clicking now. Oh, all right. So my goal for you today, you got any yeses in there yet? Sarah from Massachusetts, cool. Is to break down how we're showing the newest person to start an online freedom business that they're making their first sales within 30 to 60 days, guys. That, like, if you've been online before, if you haven't, that's really crazy to have it actually happen that fast. So even if you don't know where to get started, using the skills that you already have, Anton already alluded to that, the skills that you already have, we're going to get into that, without being the things that people hate about salesmen, right? Pushy, slimy, salesy. We're going to show you some different things about sales that are really going to change your mind about what's really going on and what's really enjoyable about selling. All right, so we got some Massachusetts. Okay, so this training is the real deal. Like I said, this was the exact same strategies that Anton used to go from living in his mom's garage, $24,000 in credit card debt, to working now. We're in San Diego right now. He just got back from Europe, Paris, Panama, Thailand, Hawaii, Cabo, all in 1 year. And I'm not really saying this to brag about Anton. What I'm saying is this guy, like, and I knew him then, literally was living in his mom's garage, and by applying what we're going to show you here today, was able to change that in the span of a couple months, honestly, and really build that to, like he said, almost $400,000 in the last year and a half. So what to expect from this workshop? A couple secrets we're going to share with you here today. In the first 3 minutes, you're going to see people just like you that have used the system to replace their incomes, and sometimes only weeks or months after getting started, able to fire their bosses, get out of debt, and really spend more time with their families, travel the world, and impact thousands of people while doing it. So we got Tizia. Is that Tizia here from
Kyle.
Arizona? Kyle. We'll just call you Kyle. Kyle, is that Tizia, Arizona? I'm not sure. Awesome. So we got people from all over the U.S. This is awesome. So I'll reveal to you the 3 pillars, just 3, that you need to build a 6-figure online business. This is really crazy, guys. Like, when I got into this, I thought there were like 500. I was going everywhere for this stuff. So we're going to make it real simple for you here. And a simple method that you actually only have to master 1 of those. So not only are we going to break it down into 2, but we're going to show you how you can master just 1 of those and get the same results without having to pester your family, knock on doors, or slave around for hours every day in front of your computer. And the last thing, this one's amazing. So our simple shortcut that smart people are using right now to make as much as $4,000 per customer. It's really amazing, especially for me coming from an engineering background, to see this is even possible, and I've done it, so many times over the last year. So it's really cool what I'm about to show you with that. We'll get into that for sure without wasting, time on scams or products people don't need or things that don't actually work. So we're going to show you what actually works here. So also, we're going to, not only those 3, we're going to give you the industry's biggest secret. And I'm really going to break down to you what the industry is really doing and what a lot of the advertisements you may or may not have already seen are doing. And to top it all off, if I haven't answered all of your questions by the end, we're going to do a live Q&A while we bring out some people. So make sure if you have questions, just save them to the end. We will get to them for sure. We'll have plenty of time for you to ask them, because I want to make sure you're really paying attention. But just write down the question. It'll likely get answered. If it doesn't, we'll answer it at the end. Let's see here. So when you stick with me to the end of this workshop, I'll give you all of the slides that we went through to download. So if you don't want to be feverishly writing notes, if you just want to write a couple notes, make sure you're paying attention to what I'm saying, because that's when you're going to get the most out of this. You don't have to worry about writing every single thing down. We're gonna have the slides for you to download at the end. Sound good? All right. So cool. So, and you'll get to hear how these guys did it. So this is really cool. You see these 4 guys here. The first one in front of you was the guy that came on, Anton, at the beginning. And then we have Brian Hodgson at the end, who I believe just crossed $1 million in revenue for himself. And then these 2 guys in the middle. And I'm going to tell you a little bit later a story that really brings it all together, why these guys are sitting on a very exclusive spot in Cabo and why they're so excited to do so, because what the 2 guys in the middle did has really changed thousands of lives already and is really building up to do the same for you if you're really ready to go here. So it's not just us. David from Winnipeg. Welcome, David. It's not just us. We got somebody like Amanda here within her first 2 weeks was able to make $770. So like we said, I'm going to show you those people that are having success very early on in the first 3 minutes here. So $1,300, Tatiana. I actually got to meet her in Canada. We had a little event there. This girl has a lot of energy, and I can just tell, I can see big things coming from her. So you might get to meet her later. We got Omar here, who was able to do $1,120 in his first 4 weeks after getting started. This guy's in university and yet is still doing more money in sales in university than I did until I was in my late 20s. So just give you guys an example of how powerful this stuff is. Eric here is a doctor of physical therapy. You might get to meet him later. Within his first 9 weeks, did $1,386. We have Melissa here. She's what Anton likes to call a unicorn. Did her first sale within 13 days after getting started. You know, the key there is she really took action. She listened to what we said and she put it into practice right away without trying to think about all the different things that went go wrong. She just did it, and that's why she's having such success. We got Mick here, who also a college student, was able to do $2,620 within his first 2 months. We got Ali, also a great dude. Got to meet him up in Vancouver. He was super awesome guy. Got some huge big dreams, like Anton said about me, to build a bunch of meditation centers, and he's already off to a great start. As you can see, he made $1,800 in his first 3 weeks. Aram, great dude. He's actually one of the guys that I coached directly, and within his first 6 weeks was able to do $978. So it's not just them. There are people that stayed committed long term. When does it start? Okay, so we're
in it right now.
We're started right now, brother.
And then we have Stoner from Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville, Kentucky. Welcome. Awesome, dude. Welcome, Stoner. And then, yeah, okay, cool. Awesome. So those who stayed committed for the long term, meaning those who, like myself, was able to quit my job within 7 months because I kept going and kept staying committed. We have Kayla here, who went from $2,000 a month as a dental assistant to now she's making consistently $52,000 a month or more. I think it's even more than that now. And then we have Sean and Melissa, who in their first 14 months were able to do $380,000 in so we got Jesse here. Jesse's a really cool story. Super down to earth guy. I've got to meet him a couple times. And, you know, in 1 month after 13 months of getting started, he did $91,000. So this stuff really works. We got Mike here, who in a single day did $16,000. He's a really good guy as well. We got Ryan, who went from literally, working summers to make $8,000, has now made over $8,000 in a single month. And I think last month he did $10,000. Brian, at the beginning I mentioned, has done over $1 million now, spends a lot of time with his family. I know he's living in Mexico for over 6 months. So really getting to spend that quality family time, which he previously didn't in his previous career of being in the oil fields and having to spend months away from his kid. And we got Aaron here. He's a former electrician, made his first $1,000 commission within his first 30 days. So like I said, so who am I? This is a little bit weird. So these are Anton's slides. I'll tell his story real quick. Anton is literally a college dropout who basically got to a point in his life where he had a chance to graduate college, and one really crazy thing happened to him. He literally was starting to meet some of his mother's coworkers and starting to talk to some people about how their lives were going. And, you know, they had the cars, the house, the happy family. They had done everything right. They had retirement put away. And yet he just like looked in their eyes, and over he kept noticing just this hollow look of like fading aliveness. They just had no excitement to get up for life. It was just like, okay, this is the way that things are going to go, you know. And he just saw that more and more that really this was the life he was heading to, this college destiny of really putting in the time, like a lot like my story, where I literally graduated from a good college, ended up just like, basically I went from a good college, I moved out to my dream destination of San Diego, got a job at a startup company, and I thought at 22, this is it. I've got like the Google dream. I think this is even before Google was really a thing. But like Anton noticed, I just slowly saw myself getting angrier and more frustrated with the way that things were going, because I just didn't have the control, and really, I just felt like there was something greater. Like, yeah, I was contributing to society and I was making good things. I was working at a medical device company, but I just didn't feel like I was getting listened to. And what I noticed was there were people online that really were making their own destinies. And I was like, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. I ended up trying to do that on my own for over a year, spending money on course after course, $97 here, $297 there. And, I was in masterminds, all this stuff. And what I found was information out there, a lot of it good, a lot of it terrible and outdated. And I couldn't put it all together. Which is why we put this training together for you guys, because we really wanted to show you that you can put it all together. And we're going to tell you why that it hasn't been done like this before. We'll tell you why this is different, right? So who is this for? Before we get into that, I want to make sure that we have the right people on this webinar, and we'll make sure that none of you, no miscreants snuck in and trying to ruin our good mojo here. So for people that are looking for something that you can do in your spare time that will eventually replace your full-time income, i.e., etc. So this is for people who want to make more money have more money at the end of your. This sentence confused me, but okay. Hey everyone, Nick Palesi from Toronto, Ontario. Welcome, Nick. You got people coming in from all over. So this is for people who want to have more money at the end of your life than life at the end of your money. Meaning, let's not run out of money before we run out of life here, which unfortunately is a growing trend in America. This is for action takers, straight up. If you were, like I said, when I was talking about those people who stuck with it, they were able to quit their jobs, that were able to do amazing things. And even the people that started out and started making money within their first couple weeks, action takers who aren't afraid of a little hard work. Anton always says he was talking to Thomas Edison recently, his good friend. He said, opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed up in overalls and looks like hard work. There is work to this. If anybody tells you there isn't hard work involved, I can tell you it's not going to work. Hey, Isaac, how's it going, man? Isaac Taylor. And lastly, for those that love fun and excitements, enjoy supporting others, desire for more control and efficiency, and are leaders or believe they could be leaders. I'll tell you, when I first started this, I didn't really feel like a leader. Now I've become one by that taking action. So pay attention. Who is this not for? This is, like I said, this is to weed out any riffraff if you may have snuck in. Who's this not for? So people who are just like barely getting by. If it's a decision between being able to eat next week or have enough gas money to go to your job, this is not for you. I'm sorry, but that you're really, what you're looking for is a job, maybe a second job or a better paying job. This is not a job with any guaranteed incomes. There are much better upsides, which we'll get into. People looking for the easy button. There's always a couple people that sneak on here and, just ask like, hey, can you do this for me? Hey, can you do that for me? We can show you exactly what to do, but there is no easy button in life. You've got to go out and do it. People looking for a handout. There's once in a while we have somebody sneak on here and they say, can you just do this for me? Or can you, Montreal, Canada, Joe Italian. And Roderick from Ontario is here. Awesome, dude. Welcome, welcome. We got Isaac from Virginia Beach. Santana Daly says hi. Awesome. We just got people I love it, guys. I love that everybody's showing up and bringing in the energy here. So people who are married to their excuses, meaning like, if you are there was a time in my life when I had every excuse in the book for why my life wasn't going right. And what I realized was I had to divorce all those excuses and realize I wanted to get married to my dreams, meaning I just made it happen. I was like, whatever it takes, I'm going to get to the next step and I'm going to keep going. So if you're married to your excuses, either it's time to get a divorce or time to leave this webinar. So the get rich quick mentality, I think that pretty much sums it up. This is not a get rich quick thing. There is no such thing. I'm not here to promise you that. It certainly has more potential than anything else I've ever seen, but it's certainly not a get rich quick thing. For people who hate money, and I totally understand this one because I used to be one of these people that think money, like if you believe that money is the root of all evil, or that like all rich people are evil, I'm sorry, but the fact is, the more I've been around people that have money, they're good. There's exactly awesome. I don't know what you're saying exactly. Donnie says exactly. Thank you, Donnie. All these are very good. So for people that hate money, like literally, like if you think that is the case, let me tell you from my experience, there's as many good rich people as there is good poor people. That's not saying everybody's nice and happy in the rich world. There are people that are unhappy, but there are a lot of good philanthropists. You know, I was just reading Andrew Carnegie's biography recently, and he was a guy that gave away $350 million. And this is back in the turn of the century. So I actually looked that up. It's worth like $8.5 billion. So he gave away a lot to libraries and all these things. So just to give you an example of one good thing that money can do in the right hand. So
real quick, and I just wanted to say this real quick, that like we didn't put this on here, but I just wanted to say real quick before we go, like if you're going to be negative at all, just hop off right now. Like everyone here that showed up tonight, they deal with enough negativity at their work. They don't need that, right? They came out of here their spare time. So if you're going to say anything negative, just like don't do that, and just hop off if you're going to be like that. And also, we'll just boot you anyway. I just wanted to put that in there because everyone came here to really learn something, and I'm really excited for you guys.
Awesome. Thank you for setting the tone there, Anton. My scheme keeps freezing. I'm missing out a lot. It sounds like you need to find some better internet, Tiffany.
And then Anthony says, hey.
Anthony says, hey, what's up, Anthony? How's it going, brother? Little Rock, Arkansas. Oh, say hi to
Paris.
Mr. Clinton. What's that? Paris from Little Rock. Awesome.
Let's start good.
All right. So this is kind of interesting, guys. We are experiencing one of the most perfect transitions in the history of mankind right now. What do I mean by that? If you look back about 200 years ago, we were at a point where everybody was an entrepreneur. You know, everybody worked for themselves. They went out and, you know, were farmers or they were blacksmiths, and they really went out and created their business and got customers to come to them by doing good work, right? Around when industrialization started to happen, there began to be a need for more and more factory workers. So the idea of a job really started to pick up around then. And so we all slowly moved into the cities and became job-oriented people. The thing is, right now, within the last 10 years, well, we'll get into it here. The job market is actually changing. Let's take a look at some statistics here. Right now, over 53 million Americans are doing freelance work, meaning they're really becoming their own boss.
So Joey says, what have you missed? Don't worry, Joe. We're going through everything. We're going to have a live Q&A. So.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, if you have any questions at the end, Joe, let us know. Sounds interesting. Awesome. Thank you, Ryan. Always love compliments. Hi from Brandon, Manitoba. Awesome, brother. Awesome. So right now, over 53 million Americans are doing freelance work, which means they're working for themselves. They're entrepreneurs. And that's over 34% of the U.S. workforce. That means a third of the people are already entrepreneurs in some capacity. So you may very well be one. Forbes estimates that this will increase to 50% by 2020. That's only 3 years from now. It's going to go up another 16%. And that, I mean, over the whole U.S. So that's just, it really is the time now to really take charge and realize that you already are freelance. We're about to give you some tools to make that even better here. So what does this really mean, right? What does this mean? It means that full-time jobs are becoming rarer and rarer and harder to find and harder to keep.
And there's a lot of opportunity.
And like Anton said, the flip side of that, there's actually a lot of opportunity because there are a lot of freelance opportunities. We're about to get into one of the biggest opportunities that there is in the world right now. And I'll give you a hint. There's a reason you're tuning in through that right now. There's a reason you came here. So business is becoming online businesses. That was the hint. You're online businesses are becoming more popular and easier to start forever than ever. And we are really going to dive deep into how true that is and what something special we have here for you that have attended tonight. All right. So the online opportunity is huge, right? E-commerce sales in 2016 were projected at almost $400 billion. That's crazy. And is predicted to almost double by 2020. In 3 years, it's going to do like 2/3. It's crazy. 2/3 more. So let me just show you a little pyramid statistics here. I want to give you an idea of what is really going on, right? We were talking about the whole freelance thing. So what really happens in that, right? So if you look here in 1983, the CEO to worker pay ratio was 46-1. In the last 30 years, it has literally gone up to 300-1. That means the average CEO is making 300 times what the average worker is. And even recently, as this year, it's up to 475-1 in the United States. Much better in Canada. In Japan, for instance, it's only 11-1. You know, so just to give you a little, just to bring your eyes around some truth here, that CEOs are making more money than ever in the U.S. While worker pay is actually declining. All right, got it. The internet has broken down some traditional walls that, you know, until recently were very difficult. It's now true that anybody can actually start a business with just a laptop and a cell phone, and that would take much more a few years ago. You know, you couldn't. You'd have to get a storefront, get inventory, all these things that it take a lot of investment and capital and a lot of risk on your part that no longer exists. And we're going to show you exactly how to use that laptop properly here. You can, like, the other cool thing about the internet is, like, you can literally reach anybody through channels, just Facebook, for pennies. And we're going to show you how to be real surgical about that tonight and show you just how powerful that is. Modern day technology means we can run a 6-figure business from our home. No longer are we constrained to, like I said, having a storefront, business hours, or anything like that. We're going to show you some cool tricks around how your business can actually run 24/7. Right now is the perfect time to start your own wildly profitable online business. Like I said, we're at a perfect time in our history where never has it been, the internet been so dialed in and so wildly accessible to the newest person. And we'll get into it, exactly what I mean by that. So a little bit more about Anton, right? He found the right mentor. So, and by that, I mean, we'll get into a little bit of that to go, but really he had been searching for a long time. He found the right mentor, and that's the one thing that really changed for him, is he found a guiding light, somebody that, like I said, was able to put all those pieces in a simple order. And we're going to get to those 3 pillars here in just a bit. And then he was able to recover that $4,000 in debt. And he told you at the beginning of this webinar, he actually has made almost $400,000 since then. And why? He works a system that actually creates real entrepreneurs. We showed you those people at the beginning. Real entrepreneurs who are doing this, who are able to quit their jobs, who are able to spend more time with their families and go traveling where they want to go. And now he speaks on stages across the continent, and it's, you know, it's really cool to watch this kid. And you know what really amazes me is that, you know, we have this idea of, like, you know, okay, he's only 26. Well, why should I have to listen to him? This guy, because he's taken action, because he's, you know, he really soaks everything up like a sponge. What we've really put in here is completely different. The rules have really changed. You know, I was in a traditional business for over 10 years, and I can tell you that with an online business, you're actually able to move and change things way quicker than any normal business can. because the investment is so much lower and you're much quicker to change, and you're going to have the real, like when you say you want to do something, you can go do it. That's the cool thing about owning an online business. So let's see here. The financial lifestyle it's no longer a dream anymore. I mean, like literally it's possible. You see Anton here traveling with some good friends in Hawaii. Like I said, he's been all over. I've been able to travel, all over the US this year. I'm literally decided to quit a good paying engineering job to do this because it just wasn't fulfilling. And now I'm able to survive and thrive off of doing this business. And that's the really cool thing, is like what we're about to teach you can work literally for anyone, as long as you are provided to put in the work. And you really, like we already said, if you're the right person to be on this webinar, we can show you how. And again, that picture, I'm gonna tell you a great story about that a little later. So Anton's business provides him over $30,000 a month every month. And how does he do that? And it's not just his results, like he said. All these people are making over $30,000 a month, or at least $10,000 a month every month. So one thing before we go too far, legal team, all that, wanted to put this in there. These results are not typical. These are, we're going to show you exactly how we did this, but the results you get are completely dependent upon the effort you put in here, the action you take, the attitude you have. This is not for tire kickers or people with a get-rich-quick mentality, like I said. There's no, free stuff that you're just going to magically get your dreams unless you put in the work. All right. So what we're about to show you, like I said, those things, those pieces that were everywhere, we both went through this the hard way before we found what I'm about to show you. So you're gonna get a little cheat code. I don't know if this might date me a little bit, but do you ever have those like up, down, left, right, BA, star? The cheat code. Imagine if you had a cheat code that gave you like a much better starting point so that you could really rapidly increase your results. That's what we're about to show you with these 3 pillars. All right. Before we get started, let's make a deal. I'm going to give it to you straight if you commit to actually doing, the operative word, doing something with this information. So do I have everybody's commitment on that? Let me know in the chat here. Anton's going to open it back up. Let me know if this is something you're actually going to take action on here. Because frankly, there's really no point in going forward teaching you this. I'm not here just to entertain you. I want people that really want this. And if you're not interested in actually doing something with something, if I don't have people on here that are ready to do something with something, ready to get what they want in life, then there's really no point in me going forward. And I can save everybody a whole lot of time here by just capping it off here. And you can go go scroll through YouTube or whatever you want. So comment below. Tell me you're ready. Tell me you're ready to go. Isaac is ready. Isaac, yes, indeed, is ready. Anybody else? We got it.
Yes.
Albert says yes.
Caleb says ready.
Ready to do. Oh, I love that. Definitely, Caleb. Awesome. Couple more here, guys. Who else? All right. So now that we have at least 3 people ready to join us, throw that in the chat. Anton's going to tell me. The more comments I get, the most definitely yes. Ooh, I love that. Like 3 S's.
Anthony says yes.
Anthony says yes. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Mark,
Full commitment. Love it.
Go.
Love these words, guys.
Go.
Awesome. Awesome. So are you ready to make a positive change?
Type yes.
Type yes. You just did. Awesome. What's that?
Go again. You're good.
All right. So like I said before, are you ready to make a positive change? Throw a yes in the comments as well. Tell me you're ready to make a positive change. Let's get after this. Let's really dig into this material, because like I said, this is 3 simple pillars versus you literally having to find thousands and being lost.
So Roger says yes.
Roger says yes, I'm ready. We got yes, sir. I didn't come here for nothing. Of course I'm going to do it.
Paris is
Love
right
it, Paris. That is the attitude.
Isaac
Yes,
is
sir,
course.
says Isaac. Of course, Joey says. Ryan says yes. Adam Sharon says yes. Roger says yes. I love it, guys. I love the energy. Awesome. Awesome. Let's do this. So before we get in, at the end of this workshop, so this is my disclaimer. Do you know if we have the
Yeah, we just do a quick refresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all good. So before I don't like if you've seen already, I'm a pretty straightforward guy. I don't want to get to the end of this workshop and then have you be like, wait, there's an offer to work with you. You're trying to, sell me something. Not what I'm trying to do here, guys. This is for people. Some people have already know what's going on. They want to jump in right now. What we're going to do now is I'm going to show you exactly what we have to offer you guys, a chance to work with us. What we're going to do, I'm going to
refresh your screen.
So what you're going to do right now is refresh your screen. What you will see, hold on just a second, is, where is that, brother? Do you have it up?
Stop sharing. I don't have it up.
Okay, so what you'll see, I'm just going to come out. So you're seeing my face. So when you refresh your screen, don't worry. It's all going to stay there. You're going to hit that little swirly button, and then you'll see a little offer below. It should be below the little video that you're watching. It'll say join the success team now. So that all cards are on the table. That's how you can join us. And okay, so
it's actually not up.
Okay, so we're having a little bit of technical difficulty.
We're just letting you know.
We're letting you know up front it's there. It'll be there, and then we'll make sure it's there. So
Rob says yes. Anthony says I'm ready.
Awesome. Yes, 1,000. I see there. Yes, yes, yes.
Donnie's ready.
Donnie's ready. Anthony Durrell says yes times 1,000. Okay, I'm sharing screen now.
Go minimize.
Awesome. Okay, we're gonna go back to share screen and get into those slides, guys. So that offer will be up in a little bit. I'll let you know when it is officially up here. Anton will let me know. He's gonna help me out there. So, okay, we're gonna pop over back to the slides and dig in. All right, now that all the cards are on the table, let's do this. So, I mentioned this a little before, there's an old way versus the new way, right, of doing business. And this is really where the rubber hits the road. This is the huge, huge difference that I want you guys to really pay attention to. So, normally, until a couple of years ago, you literally have to start a brick and mortar business, pay $100,000 to $1 million in product development, patents, buying a franchise. I can tell you guys, being in product development, especially in the medical device industry, those are actually low numbers. I've seen companies that were, $500 million into product development and patents. So there's just some ideas there. The old way used to be very expensive. Plus, you'd have to hire a bunch of employees and manage them. Another task, for the new business owner. You'd have to buy or rent real estate, and especially if you want good real estate, you're going to pay more. And you have to set up processing with the banks. There's just a ton of headaches. And manage inventory. Anton told me a little bit about this. He used to actually run a cell phone repair shop, and he would buy inventory to have in the repair shop and even sell it, to his customers. And he was really nerve-wracked all the time because he'd have to put out thousands of dollars for this inventory and then hope that it was still relevant, that it was good inventory, that he could sell it back and sell it to his customers. So these are huge headaches that the old business owner had to deal with. And many of you might even know this. You might be business owners yourself. And you can only be open during business hours. There's only a certain amount of time you can be open, where the new way is a little bit different. And the list goes on, right? I'm not going to go into everything here. So the new way is affiliate marketing. Now, what is affiliate marketing? Maybe you know this term, maybe you don't. If you know this term already, what we're going to teach is a little bit different, definitely a lot different than what you've seen before. So what you do is you find an audience with a problem and you match them with a product that really provides a solution. So we're going to get into a little example here, I think. The biggest brands are doing this, right? Amazon, Walmart, eBay, Apple, Best Buy, all have affiliate marketing programs. This is a very big and normal thing. If you go onto Best Buy's website, You can see turn website visitors into cash. You can actually click on there and you can sign up as an affiliate for free. Amazon, again, you can sign up as an affiliate. I wouldn't recommend doing those things because I'll get into that in just a minute. It really isn't going to provide you the return that you want. So here's a little concept I want to kind of enlighten you guys to, because I've been thinking about this a lot recently. See this guy, this is, I love this, like this is some commitment, right? He's willing to shave Apple into his head, right? How much do you think he got paid for that? My bet is he got paid nothing. But the real crazy question is, why did he do that? What made him so emphatic about that he did that? He's literally doing free advertising on the back of his head. You know, recently, one of our friends here, one of our business associates, got a new Samsung phone. And he was just all excited about it. He was telling everybody how cool the camera was, how good the video was, all this stuff, how much faster it was than his last phone, and all these things. And just by doing that, I'm sure a few of his friends were like, damn, like, I want to get that. I don't know about you, but I definitely felt the pressure back in the day, or still do, to get the newest iPhone, right? Your friend gets it, another friend gets it, and now you want to get it, right? So we're already affiliate marketers. The problem with that model is you are a non-paid affiliate marketer for Apple. You're getting paid nothing for being excited. So what about if you could take the same things that you're already excited about and learn how to make money from them and really turn them into a business without having to do it the old way, where you're investing hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars to really turn profit. So why affiliate marketing? Because having an online affiliate marketing business is the most important asset that you can have, because it means that you'll never go hungry. This is a skill, guys, that you can learn, and you can literally apply it to any product you want. This is a skill that is, in my opinion, the very best skill that you can learn right now. And like I said, like thousands of others, I showed you some of our top people right now. You can use an affiliate marketing as your way to get anything you want in life. And we'll get into exactly why that is in just a minute. So where others are obtaining things from a lifetime of savings and frugality, you'll now have a way to do it a little bit differently. You can obtain them, things. And for me, effectively, I love experiences by just making a few sales a month. I know that sounds a little crazy. We're going to get into exactly why that is in just a few more minutes. You can finally stop worrying about where your next paycheck is coming from. So why affiliate marketing? You can start immediately with just a laptop and a smartphone. Like I said, no storefront, no inventory to buy. It's really the business model for a new millennium, really. There's no need to create your own product. Like I said, I was an engineer. I was doing product development and sustaining development. You could literally, these figures are right. You could spend 5 years, developing a product. Or, the old social media model, people, that you see these people with millions of fans. Well, guess what? They didn't get millions of fans overnight. They've been doing that for years and years and years, and shot a video probably at least every day. So like what we're about to show you has high profit margins, and that is really a huge key, is to be able to make a lot of profit off of what you're doing, so that you can actually have cash flow starting from day one. And I can tell you from personal experience, getting that first sale online is a massive confidence booster. It feels like, oh my God, I have a completely new skill set that I had never tapped into. You can get started right now with the experience you already have, even if it's none. I'm going to show you guys. You have the freedom to work from anywhere in the world. Like I said, Anton was I think he was in Europe for like 2 weeks, yet his business was running. He was making money the whole time. And that's really amazing. That's something, you used to have to shut down shop if you wanted to go there, or have your workers do it. We're going to show you something even better. This is a business, most importantly, this is a huge one for me, guys. This is a business you can put your name on and be proud of. Like I said, we're not going to show you how to sell anything that you don't love and aren't absolutely behind, because at the end of the day, it is your name. And I, for one, take that very seriously. But what if you're not cut out from affiliate marketing? You might be asking yourself this, and I have a feeling it's because there's probably a few misconceptions that you might be having that are common. So, misconceptions. You need a college degree in business to start an online business. Absolutely not true. I have no college degrees in business. My college degree is in engineering, and I can tell you it has almost nothing from what I'm doing right now, besides my desire to learn and really apply things. You need to put in a lot of time to make it work. That might have been true before. What we're about to show you is really, we're going to really take the time aspect out of it, or at least shrink it down. You need have your own product to sell. This is a really confusing one to me, because affiliate marketing is literally selling somebody else's product using their distribution channels and all that. So you do not need to find your own product. We're actually going to show you how to find products here. You have to sell to family and friends in general. This is a big one for a lot of people. My parents were in a couple network marketing companies when I was a kid, and I remember that disappointment they had, the kind of weird looks they would get from the family. I am so not into that. I have never been pushy or salesy with any family or friends with what I'm about to show you. You need to build your own website. Not true. We're going to show you how you can do this without a website. In fact, Anton said he, after making $400,000, he still doesn't have a website, and yet has made $400,000. So just a little example there. You need a lot of money to start a business. We're going to show you is much less to start this business than any of the examples of the brick and mortar businesses that we were given earlier. You need to hire employees and hold inventory. Again, not true. That's the cool thing about affiliate marketing, is like literally you can use their distribution channels. They will ship it for you. It's at their warehouse. You don't ever have to do any of that stuff. You need to have a lot of connections or followers. I literally started with 0 followers and not many connections. And you may look at my page or Anton's page or perhaps somebody else's page and see thousands and thousands of followers. That will come, and we'll show you how to do that. But that came after them implementing it. You can literally start with 0 followers, and we're going to show you exactly how to do that. Like I said, here are those 3 pillars that I've been promising. There are really only 3 things you need to have an effective online business. So number 1 is to find a product, and here's the really important part, that people want. Step 1, find a winning product that people want. How do we do this, right? This is really important. You gotta have a good winning offer, because you gotta have something that people want and they don't yet know about. Another important thing, it should pay high commissions. Literally, this is a huge one. I've sold both low commission stuff and high commission stuff. I can tell you it is about as much work to sell something for, a small amount of money, like say $20 or $30, it is to sell something for thousands and thousands of dollars. I know that sounds hard to believe, especially if you've never sold something before. Coming from an engineer who was completely new to this a couple years ago, I can assure you that is absolutely the truth. It solves a customer's pain, right? So it's super important that you solve a customer's pain, because that's why we buy. We have a pain, we want to solve it. We're thirsty, we go buy a bottle of water. And you can sell it online. It's super important that you can sell it online. This is an online business. All right. So like I was showing before, there are affiliate networks that have offers that will pay you. JVZoo, ClickBank, you can go on ClickBank right now. Look at this offer right here. You can make $66 by selling this offer on average. And, you can go out and do that. Like I said, I wouldn't suggest that. You're going to be working just as hard as selling something we're about to show you. So keep that one in mind. We'll come back to that. Create a high converting sales funnel. This is such an important step. This is literally what's going to allow you to have your business to work for you 24/7. So what is a sales funnel? A sales funnel takes for people from being interested in something, literally just finding out about it, to actually making a buying decision. The goal is to convert, somebody, cold traffic. And we say this term a lot. I don't want to get jargony on you. Cold traffic is literally somebody that doesn't know you from anybody. And we have some really ninja ways that we're going to show you to really take those cold traffic, people that don't know anything about you, to giving them an automated process, showing them what we have, and converting them into raving buyers. If you can create a sales funnel, this one is really mind-blowing. So really take some time to let this sink in. If you can create a sales funnel that converts, it's like printing your own money. You can create a rate of return that even Warren Buffett would cry over. Now, nothing against Warren Buffett here. He is one of the most amazing investors of all time. Far outweighs my ability to be an investor in the stock market. What we're saying here is, typically a good return in the stock market, excepting Bitcoin right now, is, 10, 20, 30%, maybe 100% if you really find a good stock. What we're about to show you is much higher than that. So let me ask you a little question. This is, can you open up the chat, Anton?
Yeah.
So let's get a little question here. Would you trade $5 for one of these? This is a $100 bill, right? $5 would you trade $5 for $100? This is Benjamin Franklin. He is actually one of the first entrepreneurs in America. He was the first self-made millionaire. If you haven't read his biography, do yourself a favor, definitely dig into that. He is just an amazing guy, really coming up with amazing things throughout his whole life. And that's why he was remembered as one of the preeminent founding fathers. He was a lot of counsel, and that's why he's on the $100 bill, the Benjamin, right? So we got heck yeah, we got in a heartbeat, love it.
Samantha and Caleb.
Caleb says in a heartbeat. Samantha says heck yeah, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's a good deal. It's a no-brainer, right? So how do you do that? And the proof is in the pudding. We have some receipts here from what you started. So these are so we got one here for
4 months after I started.
4 months. Okay, so just want to verify with the man himself. He's sitting next to me here. 4 months after Anton gets started, he had a really amazing month. He did $19,000, $19,550. And then a couple days later, he went to the bank with $2,385. In December. Okay, so a little bit later. So some days are good, some days are really good, right? There's a little cool story I want to tell about this. Like he went to the bank, and the guy who opened his business checking account, where he's putting this into, stopped the line and was like, okay, hold on, dude, because this check is literally what I make in 6 months, and you're coming in here with that to deposit in one day. We got to check this out, make sure it's legit. Of course it was, and he deposited it. So it's this little thing. I hope you're ready when you take action to do some things that are going to make people be very impressed and really want to know what you're doing. So what is an automated sales funnel? So we talked about a little bit about what a sales funnel is. Take somebody from being completely cold traffic to making a buying decision, making a really excited buying decision. Anytime.
Anthony says
anytime. Yeah, $5 for $100 sounds like a great deal to me. Yep. Smart choices. We got some smart people on here tonight, Anton. Oh yeah. So what does an automated sales funnel do? It generates high quality traffic, and I'll get into a minute what that is, and it attracts leads, and then builds a relationship with them. So they go from being a prospect into a customer, converts them into a customer. So literally takes somebody from not knowing you from anybody else to being very interested in buying what you have to offer.
Johnny says absolutely.
Absolutely. Like I said, smart people. So how does the sales funnel actually work, right? You want to get high quality traffic. This is super important. High quality meaning the type of people that are really going to do well with your offer. Action takers like yourself, people who are really motivated, to get what you have and use it. You want a high converting capture page. You usually talk about what a capture page is right here, or is that later?
We get into it.
Okay, so we'll go over what a capture page is in just a minute, but a high converting capture page is super important, meaning a lot of the people, like most of the people that show up, sign up. Super important stuff. You want to have an engaging and helpful email follow-up. Like I said, building that relationship. And then obviously you need a high quality product on the back end of which to sell them so that you have a good business. If you don't have a high quality product, there's no point in being in business. And then from there, you have high converting sales. That's what that equals, right? You get good traffic. You get most of them to come in. You engage them. You deliver a quality product. You make high converting sales. And then you also have upsells and downsells. I don't think we're really going to get into that, but those are more things that you can sell them. Excuse me. And like I've said, Anton and I think Anton actually spent more than this. You can actually spend, you can spend countless hours and years really trying to figure this all out yourself, plus $10,000 in testing your own funnel to get it to really convert well. What I'm about to show you, you won't have to do any of that. The sales funnels are automated, which means you have a process that works for you, and then you have a world-class offer. So you have a good offer, a good sales funnel. What do you need? You need something called traffic. Now, what is traffic? Like I said, high quality traffic. We'll get into that as well. So what is traffic? It's in the online marketing world, we literally just say, instead of visitors or customers to or not even customers, but people walking through your store, we call them traffic. It's just a simple shorthand is traffic. So without traffic, nothing else matters, right? Like imagine if you had a shopping mall that had the best stuff to offer. It was a really nice, you had good store clerks, all that stuff, but it was in the middle of the desert and nobody knew about it. Do you think a lot of people would go there? Do you think they would do well? Do you think they would be in business for very long? The answer obviously is no. You need good, high quality traffic, the people that want to buy what you have, to show up at the store, or you don't have a business. So it's really hard to make money, right? Like I said, just not any traffic will do, right? You need high quality traffic, people that are interested in your offer. So, like I said, they must match your offer. Here's a little example. I want to make it nice and tangible for you guys, really kind of get you guys to understand.
So Joey says no brainer, but how? And just, we're getting into it now.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome question, Joey. Glad you're engaged. We're getting into it right now. So I lost my train of thought. We're back. Okay, so here's an example, right? Let's say you're promoting a drone. You're affiliate for a drone company, and you were like, okay, I have two groups that I can choose on Facebook to target. One's a photography group, and the other one is a dog lovers website. Now again, we love dogs, but what do you think? Who do you think is really going to buy, right? Well, drones take really good photos. They're all about really getting cool perspectives that you couldn't get. You had to pay for an expensive helicopter ride before, and now you can do it with a drone. Who do you think is going to buy more, right? The people that want to take a lot of pictures, right? Dog lovers, you might have a couple in there that are interested in drones, but you're going to sell a lot more to photographers. So that being said, the more targeted, the more specific, the where you can find where your buyer is, the better you will convert. Meaning there's a lot more people in that pool that are looking to buy a drone when you look at photographers versus if you look at dog lovers. And that means that your advertising costs will be a lot lower because you don't have to pay to be in front of as many people, because there are a lot more people that already want to buy it in the amount of people that you're advertising to. So who got my traffic? All right, there's a little Q&A here, guys. So Anton, is the chat open? I got a question for you guys. Did you know that 25% of your time on the internet is literally spent on just one site? That's right. There's a site on the internet that you literally spend most of your time on. Can you guys guess which one? I'm going to have a little interest here, guys. What site is it? What site is it? Give me a guess as to why you would spend so much of your time on this one site. And we're going to get into exactly why They're so good at keeping you on there. But I want to know from you guys, what site do you think it is? I'm just going to take a little drink of water here. I've been talking for a little bit.
Samantha says Facebook. Isaac says Facebook. Caleb says Facebook.
Awesome. Awesome. Love it, guys. You are correct, guys. The Facebook has it. It is indeed Facebook, you know.
Ben Cole says Google.
Google, not quite, but Facebook is the winner today. You win an awesome prize of you get to be right. Why? Why is it the best? Because they make the experience so good. You may or may not have noticed that over the last couple of years, Facebook has really changed itself up. You now only see about 7% of the people on your friends list. Why? Facebook really wants you to see the friends that you love the mostest. Like literally, they have algorithms in there. We were talking to a friend of ours who's insanely good at Facebook marketing, and he was saying they have over 270,000 data points they look at, you know, to really determine who you love seeing things from, what things you like to see, you know, what type of cat video you like to view, all that type of stuff. So they're literally so good at the experience. That's why you love being on there, myself included, for 25% of your time on the internet. So not only that, they value the user experience so much, they also know what type of advertisements you might like, things that you actually might like to buy, you just didn't know about, right? So that is literally how you found us, right? You literally were just scrolling through your news feed, and one day one of our advertisements came up and you're like, yes, this is something that I'm really interested in. And then you went into the funnel, and so you've seen how this literally works. The cool thing about Facebook, guys, not only are they that dialed in where they know everybody so well, where they can really provide them a great experience, there's literally 2 billion users. And I looked recently at the statistics. It's something like 1.7 of those users are on every day. I mean, that's insane. So I love this slide. Why are you friends? You know, we all have some friends in our lives, probably, that maybe it's your best friend, maybe it's somebody you're really good friends with. Looking at you'd probably be like, why do these two people get along? They seem so different. You know, like the dog and the orangutan here. Maybe you're like, outward their appearances, they don't seem so the same, but why are you really friends? Have you ever really sat down and thought about it? Like why you can be super open and comfortable with certain people, and why you just have the best time doing absolutely nothing, you know? What is it that does that? So what I'm gonna basically say to you is that think about it this way. You're literally friends on Facebook with these people, right? And you're seeing them, you interact with their posts back and forth. So Facebook really knows even maybe you better than yourself, in terms of they really pair you with the different sort of posts you want to look at, or the, you know, this person's baby, or whatever it is. You're interacting with those posts, they show you more of those. You're getting more connected with those friends. They're literally able to help you develop even better relationships with your friends than you already have. All right. So like I said, those 3 things, right? You got your products, you got your funnel, and you got your products, funnel, and high quality sale, high quality traffic, right? Those 3 things literally amount to a very, very profitable business. And that's what we've been able to do. So there are actually 2 ways you can profit, right? You can do direct linking, which is, you might see these a lot. It's like, you know, save 50% now, coupons, buy now, this and that. They're trying to get you in there to buy immediately. They're going right for the sale. There's also a more effective way. Method 2 is actually building an email list of subscribers and really developing your friendship, developing the value, and really showing them why your product is superior over any others over time. Let's think about it this way, right? You got this guy. This is like our direct, I love this picture. So right here, you see this guy has made pretty classic mistake, right? He went in for the kiss, way before she was ready for it, right? That you can tell by her body language she's not into it. This is a lot of the times when we get those direct link things, we're like, whoa, I don't even need shoes right now. Why do you keep flashing things in my screen? You know what I mean? I'm not even looking at that. Whereas versus you got this guy, right? He's checking out the wine. You can tell there's a lot more rapport here in this relationship. There's obviously, she's very invested to him. He's invested to her. I mean, look at the way she's looking at him versus this other picture, right? So they've developed and cultured a relationship. They have a lot in common. They have they're likely going the same direction in life. She's very interested in him. Whereas this guy, they probably just met and he's going in for it, right? So there's two different ways to do this. You can look up sales statistics on this. Most of the time, people don't buy on the first time they see something. It's like 2% or something like that will buy right away, whereas other people need a significant amount of seeing more, learning more about the product, and that's really what a sales funnel does. All right. So you could pick an offer and use ads. Like we said, this is the direct linking. Get it in front of your chosen audience and put like that buy right now button. Buy at first sight, 50% off, 30% off, whatever it is, buy one, get one free today. All these things, right? It's really trying to get you to make that decision, get it in there and buy right away, right? And you can make, like I said, you can make money on this, but really you're only going to get maybe 2% of those people that come into your website to actually buy anything. And that's just not a profitable model, right? Versus you can give people an offer they can't refuse to join your list, a free report, a webinar. You guys might have got that one. I have a feeling. A video training, more info, something of real value, something that really gives them some free value up front in exchange for their email. And from there, you can really, some will buy your paid offer right away, but most won't, right? So you can actually, over time, develop a relationship, give them more value, and really increase those sales. It's literally, I think I saw a little sales metric one time. It literally, at like between 5 and 12 sales, 80% of the people that are going to buy on those 5th to 12th touch. So it's really developing that relationship like you saw in that picture, right? You got the girl that's really looking into him versus the guy that goes in for the kiss way too soon. And this is how, like, the underground marketing pros, you might have heard of people. Maybe there's somebody sitting at a coffee shop that you were in recently that's probably making hundreds of thousands of dollars off his laptop, and he's just in there to check a few things and really go enjoy himself. So he's just in there for the free Wi-Fi. He's probably on the road. This is literally happening more and more. What are these people doing? That's the way they're really doing is they have an automated list. They're finding the right people. And this is a secret formula that thousands of people are using to make 6 to 7 figures online. Okay, so I'm all about examples. I love to learn from examples, so let's give an example. You may have seen a landing page, something like this, or similar, that was offering a spot at the webinar. You put this is a capture page. This is actually a pretty high converting capture page, and has done really well for Anton. That's just one example. You may have seen another one. So here's how this works, right? Right now, this works, right? You're literally on a free online workshop right now. You've gotten emails from us, that were automated. We didn't write and type to every one of you to come here. Those are automated emails. How cool is that? So the key is to really build a list, right? You need to build a good list of those good clients. That's the key to online success. You have good people on your list. The money is literally in the list. You can market to these people. They're your fans forever as long as you develop a good relationship with them. The money is in the list. There it is. So now you know the system. Others have used this 3-step system to create 6 and 7 figure incomes. With all that I've shown you here, you could go do this all on your own, right? But why? Why would you go off and do it all on your own? This is what most people need to create an autumn sales funnel. So let's break it down. Let's go even deeper into how we actually create these funnels, right? there's a product out there called ClickFunnels, which creates the amazing landing pages like the one you saw. That goes for about $3,564 a year. Super powerful software. There's Aweber. This is a list software. Goes for about $800 a year. This is how you send out those emails. This is how you can send out to hundreds and thousands of people at the same time, rather than having to type to each person separately. You can send out an email to your whole list or part of your list. ClickMagick. This is a tracking software. It'll let you know. Imagine if you had multiple ads up there, right? You want to know which one is doing the best and where they're going exactly. Track your whole customer journey so you know how to really optimize that funnel. ClickMagick will do that for you. $800 a year. And then Webinar Jam. You're seeing a webinar right now. You need a webinar software. That's another $400 a year. And that's not all, right? Those are the tools, right? That's how it actually works. But there's something else, right? That's $5,000 a year just for that stuff. But there's something else. There's this hidden cost of training. There's something called, maybe you're aware of it or maybe not, copywriting. The way of writing words that sell. What are you going to say in these emails? You know, what should be on your landing page? What do you include in your webinar? All these questions, that takes years and years of training and learning to do. Don't worry, we got a solution for that. Like I said, trainings, masterminds, online courses. I told you at the beginning, I've literally spent tens of thousands of dollars in online courses and trainings and masterminds. So imagine this. You're building a house, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but imagine back to the first time you're building a house or you're about to build your house. Now, you might know about costs like putting up the walls or getting a roof, you know, but then certain things are going to sneak in, like you got to have your roof, you know, not just shingles, but the cost of the shingles, but you got to have it sealed. You got to pay for labor. You might have to get building contracts, you know, all these certain things, all these different contractors, all these little hidden fees, even down to, you know, getting new carpeting or, you know, getting, you know, all the right tiles that match or whatever. There's a lot of hidden fees that you probably didn't even realize about building a house. Same thing goes, like I said, all these different trainings. It's not just knowing that you have ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels is a great software. If you don't know how to use it, it's going to take you a long time to actually get successful. I'm not going to lie. So we have a problem now, right? You know how to do it. You know what goes into it. The big thing, your time. How valuable is your time? You could spend countless hours literally learning the ropes. Like I said, becoming good at copywriting, knowing how to write emails, getting a high converting sales page, you know, a capture page, developing a webinar. These things take time. I know Anton spent, I think, almost a year now learning how to do webinars until we got to what you see in front of you here today. These are skills that you'll need to learn if you try to do it all on your own. And the second thing is your money. You can spend money getting everything set up. Like I said, it can easily cost you $10,000 to make sure you have a tested funnel. You know, just the funnel, running the funnel is going to cost you $5,000. You know, you're going to have to test it. You're going to have to run traffic through it to make sure everything converts. There's a lot of hidden fees in there, like we said. So remember, at the beginning we had this picture, and I told you I'd tell you a little bit of a story about these guys, where they came from, and why Anton and I are here today, and Brian as well. So Anton told me a story. Basically, Jang, you know, turned to him and kind of told him the story of where they kind of came up with this idea, right? So they had literally, like I said, time and money, right? They had literally spent 3 to 5 years getting good out of this stuff until they were even able to make $10,000. And they remembered when they started making $10,000, they're in a room with just a handful of people. Yet a few years before, like 2 or 3 years before, they were literally in a room with hundreds of people, and yet they were the only ones still in the room. It was Jang, Julian, and I think Eric Carlson. And they're the only ones in this room, and they're like, something is very wrong. So, you know, they started just feeling like kind of sick, and were almost ready to literally quit. Almost ready to quit, even though they were finally making an income, but they felt sick because all the people they were trying to help, all this and that, nobody was actually making any money. So they just felt something was wrong and it wasn't ethical. It wasn't the way they wanted to live their life. So they before they did, they had a little idea. They said, what about if we can just give our people our capture page that's really converting well, it's doing really well, we'll give it to them. And what do you know? They gave it to a couple people. People started getting leads where they weren't getting any before. Now they're starting to get leads. And they're like, okay, we can do this a little bit more, right? They start to give them more and more of their sales funnel. And they start to realize, hey, now it's not just us making $10,000. A lot of our people are doing really well. And we're doing even better. And the best part is we feel good about ourselves because we are really helping people and doing what we say we're going to do. This is a huge difference, right? From going to a place from like where we work so hard and we make it, but people aren't making it. People who are really showing up, really putting in the work, they're just missing a few things, and we can show them those few things. So that's really what spawned what I'm about to tell you about. So let's talk implementation of what we're going to do for a few minutes, right? This has all been pretty neat. We've been going for, this is 90 minutes. We've been going for about, almost 90 minutes, about an hour and 20 minutes or so here. That's all pretty cool, right? You can learn a lot in this last time. I definitely did when I first got exposed to this. But it's really not that long, right? We covered a lot of information in that time. Maybe it feels like longer, but it really hasn't been that long. Information alone is not going to save you. I can tell you from a history, and I've been doing personal development for, actually Anton and I were talking about this the other night. I've been doing personal development for about 10 years, but it wasn't until I started going to masterminds and actually really having some accountability that things really started to change for me. Because you can read books and the information feels great. You can quote it to your friends, but your life probably won't change a whole lot. I'm not going to lie. You're just going to become annoying. And I was there. So let me ask you a question. What if you had a mentor and a step-by-step, click-by-click video tutorials to guide you every step of the way on your journey to your new online business? What about if you had that? Now, there's a part. What is this part? I don't know this part.
There's a part of you that might want to do it or not.
So right now, there's probably a part of you that says yes. And then there might be another part of you that says, oh no, but what if not this or that? All these things, you have all those worries. Now, that button, do you have that button up yet? So
Don't worry about it.
we told you at the beginning that offer is there, right? So what actually is entailed in that offer? Right? We have for you the Global Affiliate Zone proprietary coaching process, right? What is the proprietary coaching process? So right when you join us, you're going to get locked into a coaching process. You'll be able to go through different lessons, really work with some really cool guys. Like I said, Jang and Julian are on there. Jason Cardamone, one of my mentors. Guy has the biggest heart probably of anybody I've ever met. He's really going to take you in a deep dive through what it really takes to start a business, why you want to do this. He's going to get you really clear on this, because if you know exactly why you want to do this and you're very clear on it and you're passionate about it, nothing can stop you. That's why I've been able to stay here. I know Anton is super passionate, knows exactly why, is always refining it. So this process alone is worth the cost of admission. And then you're also going to see why online marketing. We're going to go even deeper into teaching you about online marketing and including the ultimate solution. So that one, definitely going to want to pay attention to that video. That video, literally, Anton told me he actually watched it 3 times when he first joined, and it's literally changed everybody's life in here that I've already mentioned. And we're going to bring some out, right? So here's what you get, right? You're going to get the coaching introduction, the deep dive questionnaire. I just went into detail about that. We're going to get real clear on why you want to start this business. You're going to get a business planning session. You know, you're going to get those videos, even more videos. And then you're going to get a one-on-one coaching call with one of our coaches. It's a $497 value. And why is that? Because you're going to get on the phone with a coach that's making at least $10,000 a month, and they're really going to be able to impart their knowledge of where they've gone before, and they're going to be able to work with you based on your specific situation, because we realize that not everybody's the same. You need to put together a plan that works for you, and that's what this questionnaire and that coaching call are really designed to do. So that alone is an $888 value. But that's not all you're going to get today. Today there's a bonus. You know, you've been going through life at this point, and before you didn't really know all of this was going on, right? It's not your fault that you weren't implementing this, because you literally didn't know existed. You know, I truly believe that we all do the best with the information that we have at hand, right? So up until today, it's literally not your fault that you haven't succeeded. But now, big word here, you have a responsibility to yourself, because you now know it's there. And believe me, once you clicked on this, you're going to see more and more people around you. It's going to seem soon like everybody is doing this. So for those of you who are very excited, who are ready to go with us, who really want to join us, we have a bonus, a GIZ bonus pro membership. How about if we held your hand and walked you through every step of your first sales funnel, right? Not only that, like I said, what about if you had a carbon copy of the exact sales funnels that we're already using that already worked for your own business? Literally, not those 3 to 5 years of learning how to do your own webinars, you know, do your own email sales copy. You don't have to do that. Exact carbon copy. And there's a big thing. Like, I'm a big proponent of confusion. Like, people are confused. When we're confused, we don't get anything done. We're frustrated. What about if we could erase that confusion, really show you, like I said, step by step, walk you through, and keep you focused on the important points? So that done for you automated sales funnel that we're offering you today as a bonus is a $4,997 value. And now, why is it that big of a value? Because we've tested it. It's no longer just a ClickFunnels thing where you're guessing and hoping that it's going to work. We've literally tested it. We've used it time and time again. That's why we have all these people on here. It's a proven sales funnel. We know it works. We're going to hand you, not only that, we're going to hand you a high converting offer with it. We're going to build your landing page. You don't have to learn how to build a landing page. We're going to build your autoresponder. We're going to send emails on your behalf for you that come from you, and you won't even have to write them. So you're going to be developing relationships without even having to learn really how to copyright. We're gonna do your sales presentations and webinars for you, so you won't have to spend that year that Anton spent just to figure out how to run a good webinar. And here's to top it all off. Like I said, you don't have to be a salesman at the beginning of this. We're gonna close the sales for you. We're gonna handle the coaching calls for you. And all you have to do is follow the click-by-click training on setting up your Facebook ads. Literally, all you have to learn how to do is set up Facebook ads, and we're going to walk you through how to do those. So, the Facebook ads training, $997 value. Remember those friends, right? Remember, so this is, like I said, the power of Facebook, right? Facebook is the most affordable and powerful marketing tool that has ever existed. Literally, you know, you can test for $5 if something is working very well or if it's never going to work, because Facebook gives you more metrics than anywhere else. You know, gone are the days where you have to put up a very expensive billboard and hope and ask people that come into your store if that's why they signed up. You know, Facebook will literally tell you all that, and we get into all that in the step-by-step modules. That's why Facebook is the best. Remember what I said. 25% of the time is on Facebook. They know you better than some of your best friends. And we're going to show you click by click with recorded videos and templates how you can set up your very first ads and get going as soon as possible. It's literally an over-your-shoulder training. And like I said, it's tailored specifically to you, to your goals, to who you are. So to recap, the bonus, you're going to get getting started. The most important video, actually I didn't even mention this yet, the most important video you will ever watch. Here you're going to sit down with the founder, one of the founders, Matthew Jang, and he goes over through, what he would say is about 80% of the battle is really in your own mind, your own beliefs. Because I can tell you from experience, like I said, I used to hate money. I used to think it was evil. If I hadn't really worked on myself, I would still believe that, and I wouldn't be making any money. So this video, I am not kidding, is one of the most important videos you can ever watch, because it'll literally set you in a good space to be as successful as possible with this. How to get your first domain, how to set up hosting. These things are all very easy. Setting up your Facebook fan page, setting up your business manager. Believe it or not, you actually have a business manager already, but we show you how to set it up and actually run your first Facebook ad. Your daily method of operation. A lot of times we get asked, but what do I do on a day-to-day basis? Like, what exactly do I have to do to make this work? This video alone is going to answer that for you. It's going to focus you on, what you need to do daily in your business to become successful. And it'll also show you how to automate your business while you're at work. And like I said, we can show you how to work on any marketing budget. The GAZ back office training, this gets into detail how to contact support, how to set up different things, how to set up your payment, all that good stuff. So that alone is just amazing stuff. That training is literally amazing. I've been through dozens of Facebook training courses, and this one really is going to set you up in the right place. I can definitely say that with absolute certainty. So what else? What are those products I've been talking about? So there are actually two ways to build income with Global Affiliate Zone. One, we already told you about, right? You have the system, right? And now that you're a member of Global Affiliate Zone, you will be able to, you get 3 customers, you'll actually make $90 a month in income. 50 customers is $1,485. 100 customers, $2,970, just in monthly income just from that, right? That's pretty cool. But there's one thing that I've been saving for the end, right? Remember we talked about that, how smart people are making $4,000 just from making literally one sale, and how easy it was compared to other sales, just to, instead of selling that, that green drink for $100 and making $66. Awesome. Caleb, welcome. So Caleb Robinson just joined us. Congratulations, brother. Looking forward to working with you. Congratulations. Way to jump right in. I love the action taking. So what that $4,000 sales, where did those actually come from, right? This slide needs to be updated. It's actually 43-year-old global company now. It's a health product company that actually make medical devices. I was actually in medical device manufacturing before, so I know a lot about this industry. It is an amazing health product. It is the highest level for quality and assurance. It's literally the Apple of medical devices, guys. It's what everybody seeks to be in their industry. They have the coolest thing, the thing that really is amazing about them, they have a patented and lucrative plan, right? That's why you're able to make $4,000 in a single sale. And even cooler, they have once you make a certain amount of sales with them, you can actually make lifetime income. The pension is no longer a thing in the past because this is a Japanese company. I literally was talking to somebody recently who was talking to the guy who started this, right? The fund for the lifetime income, even the CEO, the guy who started it, has no access to change it or make any changes. It's not like the government in the US where they can go and wipe out a program. So that's a guaranteed lifetime income. Okay, so the question you might be asking yourself right now, okay, Jake, that's great for you. Okay, cool. But why would you share it with me? Why would you share, if this is such a high converting offer, why would you just go out and share it with me? Because there's something in it for us too. You know, when you make your first sale, the person that brought you in, they're working with him. When you get paid that, you know, first huge commission, they're going to make one too. It makes sense, right? To start out, they're going to make one while you learn. Well, they teach you how to sell. You know, if you're like me and you came into this, you didn't know how to sell somebody. I started working with Anton, and when I made my first commission, he made my first commission, and he helped me do the selling. So that's really cool, is that literally he has a reason to help me. You know, remember we told you about that big secret in the industry? Now there are a lot of good online marketing and Facebook courses out there. The problem is, you want to know their big secret? They'll just disappear. They'll sell you a Facebook course, and then they'll go on because they want to sell it to somebody else. They're not going to sit down and work with you. They're not going to put in consistent time with you. And, you know, as long as you're taking action, like literally they have no reason to. Their commission is coming from selling another course. They want to sell the courses to more people. So they're out doing that, running webinars or doing whatever. They just have no reason. We make money with you. Thus, we're here to help you. And that's, you know, some people have even called this a family. It's literally a win-win situation, right? What's the best way to work? When both parties get what they want, you know? Too often in life do we have a win-lose situation when one party makes out better. And that's the common idea in business, right? That one party has to win and one party has to lose. What about if we both win? You know? And why? Why did we partner with this company? The company we've partnered with actually employs independent marketers. So the founder of this company, he literally started with nothing. And the company that he was at, he was doing sales for them, and they literally just kind of screwed him out of a lot of money and just kind of left him high and dry. And he said, I don't want that to happen to people anymore. You know, I want people to really have a chance of starting their own profitable company and really doing this on their own. So when he started this company 43 years ago, he decided, instead of going into big box stores, like say like Walmart or Sears, or I don't know if you're Canadian, what some big box stores are, but you know, some of these bigger stores, instead of going to Amazon and allowing one person to make all the money, he was like, no, I am going to employ only independent marketers, and you know, they're going to sell the products. They're going to make the big commissions, because whether you realize it or not, when everything you buy, there's a bunch of people before you bought it that are making commissions off of that, you know, including that big store. So because he's not doing that, because you're selling it directly, you get the benefits of those huge commissions. They're not wasted on other people. So what is this product? It's a health product that literally 1 in 6 homes in Japan. Now here's an interesting fact Anton and I were looking up recently, right? Japan, them and Monaco, they're literally tied. They switch off year to year, but for the longest life expectancy in the world, they're some of the healthiest people on earth because they take health very seriously. You can see they have 1 in 1 in 6 homes, versus the US. I'm not sure about Canada. I think it's doing a lot better than us. 53rd in life expectancy. So, you know, our health insurance, everything is kind of broken in this country. And as example, 1 in 6 home in Japan have this versus 1 in 18,000 in the US. That tells me 2 things. 1, a lot of people need this to be healthier. And 2, there's a huge amount of people that have no idea about this product, right? Remember what we said, you have to have a product that a lot of people need and that people don't have, right? So what have we found here? So you've been here, we've been talking about this, and let's just illustrate one truth, right? Money replenishes. Something happens every 2 weeks, right? After you've, you know, bought the groceries, you know, gone out for a nice dinner and all that, your money, after 2 weeks, you're going to get a paycheck, right? Money replenishes. So here's what, just a reminder, here's what you're going to get when you start with us today, right? You got the GAZ coaching introduction, the deep dive questionnaire, the business planning session. You're going to get on the phone with the coach that has done it before, one-on-one. And when you join us today, the pro membership, right? you can get started. You're going to get the Getting Started module, placing your first book ad, a $997 value. You're going to get the daily mode of operation, super, super awesome stuff, really keeps you focused. So all that is a $2,206 value, right? But, you know, we talked a little bit about this. Oop, I flashed it. So originally we were talking to Jang. We're looking at $397 values, and that would be a really good deal, right? But Anton and him were talking, and they really got to talking, and they both remembered how difficult it was when they first got started, and they wanted to make it available to anybody who really wants this. So today, you can join us for $99 today, $99 a month, and you can do that right now by refreshing your skiing. And you can look down below it, just hit refresh. You're not going to lose it. I'll still be here when you refresh. And then you'll see a button that says join our success team now. And you can actually go and sign up there.
So go ahead and refresh. So
go ahead and refresh right now. And once you click that button, this is what you're going to see, right? You're going to see the normal checkout page. You're going to see our 100% money back guarantee. You have 14 days to check out if this training is for you. We get to check out if we really mesh together, because we're going to be working a lot together. You have that guarantee locked in today. Normal stuff you'll see, it's a secure website. You see you'll see a little lock there on your scroll bar. You know it's a secure website. Your information is secure. It goes directly to the credit card institution we use. We won't even see your information. So normal stuff here. You're gonna fill out your name, you know, your email address, your phone number, so that we have your number for that coaching call, your zip code, and then your credit card number, back of the normal stuff, right? And I agree to the terms of service. Boom, place order, and you've joined us, you've gotten started, and we're ready to go. So congratulations to Caleb and the people that have already joined us here. So once you get in, right, what are you going to see when you get in? You're going to be able to book your coaching call. So you're going to be able to book that coaching call with one of our coaches at a time that works for you. And then you'll be able to dig in and go through that coaching process right away. Like I said, this is something that, like, I'm not going to lie, I lost sleep when I first got access to this. It was so good, and I just couldn't stop. So my apologies in advance if you get in there and you lose some sleep because you want to see all those videos right away. They're super powerful. You'll be able to complete your profile, and then you'll have access to the basic training, right? So what does the coaching process look like? Like I said, you're going to have Jang and Julian on here, and they're going to introduce to you my good friend and mentor, Jason Cardamone, and he's really going to break it through what it takes to start a business. They're going to ask you questions about where you are, including your line in the sand moment. Like, do you really want to do this, and why do you really want to do this? Because this needs to come from you. We can show you the best system, but if you don't really know you want to do this and you aren't committed, you know, let's be honest, you're just not going to do it. When something hard comes up, you'll blame somebody else or whatever. What we want to do is really focus you on what we've seen. This is a tried and true coaching process that really gets results. That's why we have, 37 members now in our community that have made over $100,000 because they went through this coaching process. They took it seriously. Like I said, that final video, the ultimate solution there, it's going to break down everything for you. We're going to show you everything. It's all in there. Anton said he watched it 3 times, and that's what he credits to. One of the things being why he's been so successful, because he really understood it. So when he got on the phone with his coach, he was able to ask good informed questions. They were able to have a good conversation, and they put together an amazing plan. It all came from the fact that he took it seriously and he dove in. All right. So what are our members saying about us? So instead of just me kind of quoting some testimonial lines or whatever, what I actually want to do here is bring out one of our members. You might know our first one here because he actually introduced me. Hold on. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to do something special here. We're going to go back to live mode here. Going to unshare my screen. All right, cool. Hell Hello there. This is me. It's Jake here. So what I wanted to do is actually bring on somebody that's actually had a lot of success. We've talked about him a little bit already on this webinar, and I really just want to share this guy with you because he has, one, an amazing story, and two, like literally, I've spent 5 minutes with this guy, and he saved me 5 weeks of time in my business and just in my life. He has some great advice. He's been through a lot. As a 26-year-old, he is not what you typically think as a 26-year-old. Super focused, super responsible, and really is here to help. So I just want to bring out Anton. Like I said, he's been able to do over $400,000 in the last 16 months here. So let's learn from the guy himself.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So I've been sitting next to Jake. I see you guys got some good questions. We're gonna go ahead and start a Q&A now, so you can go ahead and start asking some questions. I see some good ones here. Congratulations again to Caleb for hopping in here. I'm super pumped, man. I know we're gonna have a lot of fun working together. All right, so like I said, my name's Anton. When I got into this whole online industry, right, I was going to webinars, I was looking at different trainings, different things, because I wanted to start something. I felt like I was meant for something greater. I thought I could do something better with my life, but there was no one around me that was doing it. And I started watching webinars, I started getting into courses, all these different things, and nothing was working. I was doing everything they were telling me to do. Like they talked about, like, selling your passions online, or become an expert in a marketplace, or create an email list, or do these different things. But and some of that stuff was good information, but they were missing a lot to it. And I struggled for about a year and a half, and I went far into debt, like Jake talked about earlier, trying to figure out all this stuff. I went to live seminars and all this stuff. And it wasn't until I found GAZ when everything changed for me, because when I hopped in there, in my first 8 days, because I went through that coaching process that Jake just talked about, and I dove deep into there, and I watched everything. I watched it over and over again, learned everything that was going on. And because of the coach that I was working with, I was able to do my first $1,120 commission in the first 8 days. And since then, I've done almost $400,000 in sales in the past about 15, 16, 17 months, somewhere in there. I don't have full track. I know it started June of last year, so whatever that is, 15, 16, 17. But so what I'm getting at is that really GAZ is really what tied everything together for me, because they had all the moving parts that were all really hard. They had all that put together, and they've automated most of the process, where all I had to do was follow their Facebook training and drive traffic into their affiliate system, and I started earning commissions. And I've done really well. So let's see, we got some good questions here, and like I said, we're open for Q&A right now, so you guys can go ahead and anything you have questions about, let's go ahead and do that. So Joey says, why are the payments bi-monthly? So Joey, we have an ongoing training that's constantly updating. We also have a live Facebook group with live trainings.
The actual payments from GAZ.
Yeah. So we actually have live trainings every Tuesday and Wednesday that you're able to get on these live calls. And it's kind of like a Skype thing. We do these Zoom calls where you can get on, and there's going to be people in there that are making multiple 5 figures a month, some of them 6 figures a month, and some of them have done over $1 million in the past year and a half with this stuff. So you're going to be able to get on these live calls with them every single week and ask any questions that you have on any part of the process. We cover most of the stuff in the training, but as you start to really plug in here and dial in and get more involved with everything that's going on, you start getting results. Obviously, you want to keep getting more of those results, right? So by having these live calls every week, you're talking to someone who's been doing this for months and months and months, has consistent results. Some of them have been doing this for years. Sometimes we have people that come out to the community and the mentors that trained us, who created this system and created GAZ and mentored us. Some of those guys, they're making over 7 figures a month. Now, I know that sounds crazy, but that's what you have access to. So my good buddy Toby Robbins, he always says that you're the best. You're you are the result of the 5 people you spend the most time around. So when you're around other people that are doing it, obviously you're going to get the results too. So that's why we have those live calls every Tuesday and Wednesday. We have mindset stuff to where we're really helping people out more than just a business, but on like working on you as well, because that's so key to all this. So that's why there's payments every month, is because you're getting access to people who some of them are making 6 figures a month or up. So you're getting so much value there, because instead of you going to a seminar to ask one question that'll help you in your business, you get it every week, multiple times a week. You also get a constant Facebook group where you're going to see everyone that's in our community, all the people that are getting results inside of here. I mean, it's over 100 people at this point have made over 10 grand or more with this. And at this moment, I think it's 36 or 37 people who have made 6 figures in the past year and a year and a half or more. So we've actually like broke records in the whole industry. Caleb says, is there a mobile app by chance? We actually just did finish up our app. It's not available. Maybe in the coming weeks, coming months, I'm sure it'll be available. We just saw the updates. They're just going through the beta to make sure everything's rolling before we give it to you guys. And we make sure that there's no anything going wrong with it. So Bernard says, when does one start making profits? That's a good question, Bernard. It depends on you, because when I came in here, I worked 8 to 12 hours a day every single day, and that's where I made my first $1,120 commission in the first 8 days. Now, there's some people that come in here and they don't go all out on it, and they get results in the first 2 months. Some people get results in the first 3 weeks. Some people, like Jake talked about, some people got no results. And you know why they didn't get any results? Because they didn't do the work. So it depends on you, Bernard. It depends on are you going to put 1 foot in? Are you going to go all out and put 2 feet in and say, I'm Bernard, I'm going to make this work? I'm challenging you right now, because that's what I had to do. I had to go all in. This wasn't like, oh, I want to see if this works or not. Like, I'm just getting real with you guys, because if you want something in life, you got to go for it. If you're just going to sit on the sidelines and be a substitute player because you're like, well, let the team get it. Well, guess what? In life, like, there is like in here, but you gotta show up and get your skin in the game, get your feet all in, and you got to go all out and do it. That's why people get results. We see it constantly. The people that make money with this are the ones that do the work, and they follow our training. They have us as mentorship all the way through. Any possible question or any roadblock that you come to, that you hit, I guarantee you, this is something I can guarantee you, that everyone inside this community has already gotten past that level. So that's what you have here, is that whenever you do hit those roadblocks, you post it up in our Facebook group, you ask the question, and you get an answer from at least 10 people or more. Sometimes even more than that. You get on live calls with us, all that good stuff. Well, great. I see a bunch of you actually flying in right now. That's freaking awesome. I can't wait to start working with some of you guys. You're going to be getting calls from people, and you're going to have your coaching call very soon. If there's any other questions, now's the time, guys, to ask. We're about to move on here. If you guys have any other questions, definitely let's go over them. Other than that, I appreciate you guys coming out tonight. I'm looking forward to working with all of you and seeing you on the inside. So I guess we'll go for about another 30 seconds to a minute, and then we'll close this thing down if you guys don't have any other questions. And I look forward to working with you guys. This is going to be a lot of fun. I see a bunch of people in here. We're excited, the whole workshop. I really appreciate you guys being, upfront and being engaged and, wanting to do this and going all out on everything. I'm really pumped. And, everything you've seen here now, that, it's the right thing, right? You see these things, you saw these perspectives, it opened your mind up to what's possible. Now it's time to take that action, right? It's time to hop in there, get going, because there's that side of you that's just like, what if this could be it? You know what I mean? And once we get in there, you're not going to have any question. You're like, this is it, because you're going to see everything we have. More importantly, you see all the people that have results, that have been taking action, and then it's gonna be a no-brainer. Bernard says, how long does the payment take? Well, if you use a credit card, Bernard, That's a good question. If you use a credit card, I'm sure it's like billed like what, next month or something like that, whenever you do
Yeah.
a thing on a credit card. But if you're using a debit card, the payment will be taken out of your bank account right away, right? So yeah, that's how long it takes. And yeah, I look forward to working with you guys. I think that's what your question was, Bernard. If you're talking about like how do you get paid, well, that's like when you follow the training and you drive traffic in there, and then we close the sales, and then boom, you earn a commission. So I'm really pumped for you guys. We're going to go ahead and shut this thing down. If you guys don't have any other questions, I look forward to working with everyone that's already hopped in. You guys are the ones that, everyone that's already hopped in, you guys are the ones I want to work with because you guys are action takers. You guys are doers, and those are the people that get results. They're the ones that go for what they want, and they're not willing to do something a little bit uncomfortable to get a way bigger gain in the future. All right. Love and appreciate you guys. Have a great night, and I'll see you on the inside, everyone that hopped in. Congratulations.